Hi, I would like to talk about the political economy of libertarianism. It is very important to understand what is the historical context of people writing about that particular area of their study. For example, you want to talk about Thomas Hobbes. His concept about the system is this, that everyone must give up their rights for one person. What you see here, that all people are giving up their natural rights, so one person would rule them with the sword for greater good of society. At the time Thomas Hobbes was publishing this book, England was faced with turmoil and civil unrest, and the concept of fear resonates in this book very acutely. So it is very understand why Thomas Hobbes is writing this book and keep talking about the concept of fear and saying humans are living at the state of violence and killing each other. Their life is nasty, short, brutish. Now, what do we find in common between this author, Haig, The Road to Serfdom, and Annie Rand, who published the book Shrub Atlas? These two books are having the same concept, but the author's life experience is the same. They're advocating libertarianism. It means that there is the least amount of government intervention in economic activities. Okay. As far as I'm understanding, he was born in Germany at the time that European nations were going at war with one another. Annie was born in Russia, and she was exposed to Tsars, wars, that they were gathering wealth, the emperors were gathering wealth, taxing people heavily, and they were going to expand their own frontier areas. It was for their own glory and for their own pleasure what they were doing. So someone like him comes and says that we want to have less government, and we want people, same as Adam Smith is saying, that people are making investment, which is great. What happens then, nations won't go at war with one another. That's how they see it. For example, if I make this book, okay, just imagine I made this book. I have no intention of losing it. My intention is to preserve it. And how great it is, I'm employing other people to come and work. So it's a really great idea. And I really appreciate reading his book. I really appreciated what he is saying. I also appreciate Adam Smith's books talking about the invisible hands and how supply and demand would regulate the market and everyone will benefit from it. But there is one big however. When we are talking about the capitalist system, it is driven by profit and self-entrance. As we know, people are very greedy and they are going to forget what humanity means. What happens, they begin to increase the prices to the extent that people cannot afford it. One of the examples that we can talk about it is a current real estate situation in Vancouver and in Toronto. The prices are skyrocket. University professors are not able to find a place for themselves to live within vicinity of the academic institutes. The Global Mail has said that university professors at UBC are not able to find a space for themselves, so we are losing talents that way. As a result, I would say this type of books is really good. They have really good merit. Read it for yourself and try to understand. Don't reject them right away, or they don't understand, or something like that. Try to understand why that author is saying something in that historical context, and you will begin to appreciate what they have written. I really appreciate what this person says. At that particular moment, it was a really valuable book to prevent wars around the world, and we need to take into account some of the good works it's saying it, and some of it we say, oh, we need government intervention in economic activities because people are self-interested and their greed will take over. Thank you.